I'm passionate about generating leads and helping companies grow. I'm passionate about it because it's close to my heart. I launched my business in the heart of the recession when generating leads was all but impossible. So I know from my own experience the thrill of getting your marketing right. As a marketer, you're powerful and video can make you more so, but only if used correctly. We've made thousands of videos at Topline, my company, from TV ads for big brands to explainer animations. And we've seen our clients harness the potential of video to reduce homepage bounce rates by almost 80%, to raise millions in funding, and to generate hundreds of thousands of leads. But we've also seen companies get it so wrong. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to talk you through the 3 key principles involved in making your video project a success. Start with an objective. Don't do anything else until everyone involved in the video project is absolutely clear on why you're doing it. Print this objective out and stick it up on the wall for everyone to see. We often see companies where the CEO has seen a video on a competitor's site and said, "I want one of those." That's not a business objective. Or we see marketing departments with some money left in their budget for the year, booking in a video to make sure we spend all our budget. Also not an objective. A good objective is something specific that adds value to the company, that can be measured, and that can be achieved with video. So start by asking the question, what do you want people to do once they've seen the video? Do you want them to complete a contact us form? Do you want them to pledge money or fix a problem themselves rather than contact your customer support line? Once you know what you want them to do, you can then ask, is video the best medium for getting them to do this? And it's perfectly possible that you don't need a video, but that's a question that you want answered at this stage before you've spent any money. Whatever it is, once you have your end goal, everything works backwards from there. Your end goal will inform how you'll distribute the video, the level of accessibility required. For example, does it need to hold its own without sound? The style, and a bunch of other important things that can't be retrofitted to a video. In fact, it's quite hard to retrofit anything to a finished video.
We have an online dating business, so there's lots of different types of pathways we could have taken when doing video, but we were producing one for a crowdfunding platform, so our objective was to provide a compelling business case to potential investors. With our limited resources, we had to stick very tightly to this objective through doing the video.
For any business, I think audience is where the brand will begin and end. So it's absolutely important that before you get carried away with different techniques and flashy bits of camera work, that you stay focused on what is important to your end user. What is this content going to be used for, and how will people engage with that content? From then, you build out the content story, you build out the story arc, and it's only after that you've established all those items comes in how you're going to execute.
The second principle, manage your HIPPOS. I'm going to tell you a little story about a friend of mine. Let's call her Catherine. Catherine's an extremely accomplished individual. At school, she was captain of the hockey team, head of house, and a straight A student. And don't worry, you're allowed to hate her. She has a master's degree, she's a very successful consultant, she's traveled the world, she looks immaculate every time I see her, and she still finds time to write a blog. Everything Catherine touches turns to gold. So none of us were that surprised when Catherine told us one day that she'd written a novel. Her mother read the manuscript and it brought tears to her eyes. She shared it with other family and friends, and they came back with nothing but praise for this book. So we were all pretty surprised when Catherine sent the manuscript off to a publisher and it was rejected. Catherine's quite persistent, so she sent it to the next publisher. Another rejection, and then another. After 8 straight rejections, Catherine was starting to feel a little disheartened. She thought she'd send it to one more publisher, give it one last shot. And what do you think happened? She got another rejection because it was a crap book. Because Catherine was surrounded by yes men, and of course they loved the book. It had personal significance to them, but they weren't the intended audience. From the intended audience's perspective, it was just a rubbish book. This story translates quite well to the video production process, where creativity is often quashed by the HIPPO. I'm sure you've all heard about the HIPPO, the highest paid person's opinion. The theory goes that lower paid employees defer to higher paid employees when decisions have to be made. This is one of the easiest ways to suck the creativity out of your video. I'm sure your boss is good at many things. There's a good chance she's creative too. but I'm willing to bet that she probably doesn't represent your target audience. Don't let her dominate the creative process. On the other side, don't fall into the decision by committee trap. We've seen this quite a few times and the results have been worse than disastrous. They've been boring. When you commission a video, you'll find everyone wants to get involved. And when everyone adds their 2 cents and their opinion and the message they want to get in and their concerns and their politics and their request to be involved in approvals, the content starts to gravitate from risk-taking creativity towards dull and average. Now, with so much content being uploaded onto the web every minute, you really cannot afford to make an average video. In fact, you can't even afford to make just an above average video. Your video needs to be great.
It really breaks my heart when a fantastic piece of video gets diluted in the end stages when clients are making input and signing it off. Be brave, trust yourself, and have the right people involved in the sign-off process from the beginning. There's a real danger when you bring in someone at the top of your organisation who hasn't been involved through the campaign that you can go off brief and lose sight of the original creative vision that you had for your project, and then the result can be underwhelming.
I think the temptation when you work for a large organisation like Admiral is to get too many people involved in the decision-making process. It's much better to get a small group of people, the key decision makers, working with the agency, and as a result you're going to get a much better product that's going to appeal much more to your target audience.
So today I'm going to set you a challenge for your next video. I'm going to challenge you to take risks, take responsibility, and ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Get all those very important people involved in setting the objectives, then take on responsibility for creating something that meets that objective. You'll never produce a video that makes them all happy, because the video that ticks everyone's boxes is boring and conservative. But that's okay. Just make sure you can justify every decision you've made and then stand up and take the heat. But don't worry, you don't need to do this on your own, which brings me to point 3. Work with professionals. And by that, I mean 3 things. Work with professionals, as in choose proper experts to work with you on your video. But I also mean work with professionals, as in you still need to do some of the work. But then I also mean work with professionals, as in this is a journey you should go on together. It's not you against them. If you choose a great supplier, you meet your end of the bargain and you work together, you really will get the best end result. You'll benefit from their superior knowledge and experience of how to make an amazing, engaging video, your superior knowledge and experience of your company, and you'll have an absolute ball throughout the process.
Sometimes clients will come to us and say, I want a video that looks like this and does this, this and this. And I'll stop them and say, what's the objective? Who are you trying to reach and what are you trying to say? What would you like this video to achieve? And most of the time, what we will propose for them to meet that objective is slightly different from the idea that they had in their head, and much more successful at reaching the objective that they set out for the project.
Don't be afraid to speak to experts that may know more than you, because it is natural. It's a big, evolving beast video, and it's multifaceted. It is a huge ecosystem, from concept creation to production to looking at the data and seeing how the videos perform. So you can utilise all these experts in that field. It's very easy. The way that video has progressed in the last 2 years at least, it's very easy for techniques and features to look outmoded, outdated, and I think only somebody within the video spectrum would be able to see those areas.
This is the process you'll go through. You've got your objective, so next you'll move on to scripting. You'll need to rein yourself in a little here, because while you might have a style that you're really excited about, the whole creative process should be moulded around the script, not the other way around. Once your script is signed off, then you can start thinking about the creatives. This is where you choose your style. Your objective, distribution method, and script will lend themselves to a certain style: video, 3D animation, infographic, interactive, or time-lapse, for example. Let your video agency guide you through the process so that you make the right decisions. The production process that follows is collaborative and exciting. You're bringing your video to life, but you should be able to rely on your agency to choose the camera equipment, illustrators, artists, and crew that will make your style work well within your budget. Finally comes post-production. A lot of people don't realize the impact that editing, graphics, sound effects, and voiceover can have on the final product. Throughout the production process, you'll be faced with hundreds of little, seemingly insignificant decisions. While it might seem to you that many of these are unimportant, they each need to be treated with thought and care if you really want to push the boundaries with your video.
Don't be afraid to take a creative approach that's a little bit outside your comfort zone, because within 6 months or a year, your competitors may have caught up to that kind of approach anyway, and you were already there. So strive for that.
I think there is a massive risk for any company to go in and just create another Me Too product, because video per se is not like an exclusive arrangement anymore. Every company does video. So if you really want to be noticed and be established and get out there, get your brand out there, you need to be different. You need to push those boundaries and push for quality, because if you don't, what's the point?
Expect your video agency to push back. This might be the first time you're making a video, but it's the 1000th time they are. They should be advising you on what works and preventing you from making mistakes or going off track. And use them as your bad cop. When your hippo wants a hand-drawn animation, trust me, this will probably happen to you. It happens a lot. A really good producer should be able to pick up the phone and speak directly to your hippo, telling him or her that this style is really outdated. It was popular in 2007. It's like the bandage dress of video, and it'll immediately date your video.